Afternoon. How we all doing? Everybody in the house, you can hear me, see me? Ideal. Ideal. Alright, hope everybody's doing well and everybody's safe still. No corona casualties in our little community. Oh, what a night. Long night, Sean, was it? I don't know. I jumped out of the we had a little Zoom session last night. I jumped out of it to just grab the last few stations on the contest before I went to bed. Doing a ham radio contest last night, well, all day yesterday and a bit this morning. But yeah, really good. Good fun. Bit of a frog in my throat. I'll have to get some beer down it shortly. So we've got quite a few in already. We've got Michael Hyde, Brett, Gary Cooper, Sean, Man Cave, Time Tech, Mike Atlantis, Chris Brown, Mark E, Barry Charnley, Theo's in, Paul Cody's, Benji, Chris, All the Gear No Idea, Colin Parnell, Northern Rambler, John Cunningham, my John, Victor, Mike. Back to the good stuff. The good stuff. What's that hacker stuff, Mike? Thank you, Mike. Dave Rhodes, hi Dave. Shane, hi Shane, how are you? Michael Hyde, hi Michael. I think I did say hello to you. You were early. Graham Townsend, cooking with gas. Andy Beck. Whoa, Simon Vegetable Oil, I believe. Oh, Simon's World. Simon's World. Thank you, Simon. Much appreciated. Well, what a way to start. Two super chats on the bounce. Thanks, people. You're there for the hacker. Yeah. It is a beauty. Anyone got any ideas of what it is yet? I did put a spoiler picture on the slide for today's, but yeah, you never know. Wenlock, how you doing, Wenlock? You up late or up early? One or the other. Hi, Rob Cross, how are you? New icon as well. So we've got to find Benji's banner in a minute, really, haven't we? Hey, there we are. You know what it is, Paulie. Paul knows what it is. See if anyone else can guess it. I think Paul does know what it is because we did have a discussion and he might have seen the listing where I bought it from. So you think you know what it is as well, Brett? Do you? Is that for the same reason as Paul knows? Hi, Cyberflyer. How are you? So I bought yet another RFM3. I seem to be going mad with RFM3s at the moment. It's not super sovereign, Mike. No. Hi, Phil. How are you? Yeah, it's not super sovereign. It's not sovereign 4. Dead man's fingers. There ain't a lot of it left, Sean. Doug, how you doing? Yeah, there's not a lot of Dead Man's Fingers left. Anybody's wondering what the hell I'm going on about. Dead Man's Fingers is quite a nice little rum that I like the taste of. Seem to have got a taste for it at the moment, which is not doing my bank balance any good. So you're sort of going, yeah, it's an RP. It is definitely a Hacker RP something. Feel the powers in the house. Feel the powers in the house. I must alter this camera because it's coming a bit close on me. It's a bit scary on a Sunday, isn't it? RP707. Signal Hunter Brian, how you doing, mate? Hopefully that radio going great guns still. The hacker with the tape deck. No, that's a good shout, Andy. It could well be something like that, but it's not. RPC1, isn't it, I think? RP25B, no, definitely not that. You've gone too late, Mike. You need to go forward in time a bit. Hacker export model. I don't think it was an export model, Mike. I think it was just a limited edition. But I ain't going to show it to you yet anyway. You're going to have to wait. I'm going to make you wait. It's got an RFM3 to look at first. Or should we look at the... I better look at the RFM3 first because it's all over the bench at the moment. Clive, please. Oh, Clue. Has it got FM? Yes, it's got FM. But we can find that out a bit later, can't we? Late for you, Wenlock. FM VHF consort. Yeah, oh, it could be a consort, but it's not. It's bigger than a consort, Simon. It's not a Cody special, no. I don't know if Paul's ever seen one of these. Suspense is killing you. Driver, how are you? Dom. Suspense is killing you. Let's pop you on the bench then and have a look at this RFM3. This is a particularly nice one. It's not a Dynatron, it's a Hacker. Avimore, no, not an Avimore. So this is the latest RFM3 that's come in. This one I've bought in to fulfill an order on my website. It's in pieces because I wanted to crack on with it and get the Danish oiling done. So as you can see, I've cleaned up the case, Danish oiled the sides. Got one more coat to go on it because that side there was really well, it was dry as a bone, and you can see it's had two coats, but it still needs just one more coat. But it's brought out the colour lovely. It's lovely and dark, look. You don't normally see them that dark, the RFM3s, but that is a nice grain on that one, and the Rexine is absolutely perfect. And it's like it's a reddish brown, I think they call it. I would call it terracotta, really. It's not orange, it's not brown, it's not red, it's not tan. It's sort of in between. So yeah, I've got another coat of Danish oil to do, but that can be done when it's pretty much assembled, so no issues there. Not a Hacker Herald, although they did do a newer Herald, one of the very last ones. I think it was a Herald. It's nice, isn't it? And this is for Ian. I don't know if I think it's Ian. I don't know if he's watching, but he did say he liked the black one, but really this one is nicer than the black one. So what else have we got to do? So say I've got one more coat to do Danish oil there, but I can certainly don't do that now. I was going to put it on this morning, but it meant it wasn't dry, so it is now perfectly dry. Got a little tiny bit of touching up to do on there, but next to nothing. There's only one little tiny scuff on it. These bits of fluff that get in this grill in behind, they don't look particularly good. Let's see if I can get that out with a paintbrush. But it is looking good. No, where's the aerial? So I've got two of these in pieces now on the bench. Oh, the aerial's still in it. Idiot. Right, let's just put that one safely out of the way over there somewhere. Let's get the chassis in and connect it up and have a look. Again, I've not done anything to this. Still got the sort of diarrhea brown face on it. Again, I think we'll pop that one out and flip it over. Incidentally, this one's got a white dial pointer on it, that, which you see this one's got an orange one on it. And you'll notice as well, this one has actually got aluminium pulleys. Look at that. Proper turned aluminium pulleys, where this one is plastic. So they're both Mark II versions as well, which is unusual because normally you'd think that one is Mark I and one's a Mark II, but they're both Mark IIs. Even the switches are different colour. That, yeah, one's got dark brown switches, the other is more of an orangey brown. So yeah, some subtle differences there, but certainly this one is better made. At the end of the day, you know, the chassis goes with the case, doesn't it? So that's the case. So let's have a look at the serial number. So the serial number on this one then is 34008, and the black one is 25408. I don't know if you can see that. Let's just zoom in just for reference. There we are. Yeah, so quite a high serial number on this reddish brown one. So it's another 9,000 more radios. So usually as a radio gets newer, the quality goes down, but it looks like they've gone a bit mad and spent a bit of money on that one. So yeah, you see what I mean by the aluminium pulleys. Nice. I don't know why they did that, but yeah, unusual. Yeah, bit of a spot the difference, isn't it, really? Yeah, recapping them is not too difficult, Shane. I've done two in the last couple of weeks, so there's plenty of video out there if you want to have a look. I think we'll have to recap this one as well because I'm sure the new owner would want it recapped. So for a regular RFM3 graveyard, it is. But I've only got one left now. This one is already sold, so it's already sold and paid for. No, Mike, I bought it in specifically for a customer. He knows that this is his radio and he is probably watching, so I'm not going to get away with keeping that one for myself. Afternoon, Jess, how are you? Does recapping improve the sensitivity and performance? No, it mainly improves the audio, Shane. What's Theo saying? It could be a Hacker 98 Evolve set. It could be. And it's not a Silver Knight, Simon, no. I think the black knobs give it away, don't they, really? Right, let's just connect this one up to this speaker for a minute. What are we on voltage-wise? Sends a pin negative. It's got an aerial on it, but I've got it. Let's actually unclip that aerial. Pop that out for a minute. Another one where the aerials come adrift. I'm trying to keep all the bits separate for each radio.
Discover all the stuff you never normally hear. Listen to Radio 1 live on BBC Sounds.
That works.
I'll just quickly answer this question. I took this picture a few minutes ago. This is right from the beginning of the show. While you were getting...
I haven't got an aerial for it. Let's just get a bit of an aerial on it.
The back in earshot, shot from 12:45 onwards. Well, let's have a little look. See, it's so nice to see elms. When you go like walk along the hedgerows, you can always tell an elm tree. It's tucked up, so they're not symmetrical at the base where they join the stalk.
Let's go to long wave. There's only going to be one station on that. Let's get a dial on. Should be
Exactly, and for the MA program, we were supposed to have our final major show in October, and that got canceled.
That's working. Medium wave.
Litres of water, 650 grams of just ordinary ground.
So there we are. It is working, which is good. Another worker. But really, with these, it is best that they do work because it can be expensive to sort them out. Else, you got to start putting new ICs in it. They're not cheap. Job done next, Mike's saying. You've been chatting to the gardener, Paul, have you? Very nice. Afternoon, Derek. You got a visitor coming to see you. Oh, okay. A garden visitor. It's got to be the garden, isn't it? You ain't supposed to have people in the houses. Right. So I think we're going to be doing a bit of recapping. Well, we're going to have to recap it. So I think we got time to recap it today, and still have time to have a good play with the hacker in a bit. Could do with getting this off actually. That's quite loose already. Let's just wind the. Actually. I'm wondering if I'm mixing these up. I don't think I am. Yeah, we need to get a little bit of isopropyl underneath that. Stop that loosening the glue up. Let's do that a minute. And I used that spatula there last time, I think, didn't I? So we'll just do the same with this. I'll just swap over the faceplate. Just turn it over. It's actually quite loose already, this one. It's nice of Roberts to do that for us. It's coming. Must get the chat up on the iPad in front of me, actually. So what I'm doing is just running the spudger in underneath the plastic to remove it from the double-sided tape, hopefully. Don't rush this because you do not want to crease the blue because it will not sit back down flush house. More isopropyl. We've got a bit of an isopropyl bath going here now. I need to sort out a beer, actually. Just let that soak for a bit then. Let's grab a beer. The last of my stash. Mike's bog trotter donation. The bog trotter stash. The last of the bog trotter stash, and I've saved the best one till last, to be fair. It's my favourite. My favourite. Followed up by capacitor blowing up. No, I don't think we're going to do that today, Dom. I think you've had enough blowing up for a while. Yeah, Paul, this one's got aluminium. It's got aluminium pulleys. I'm trying to multitask here, and I'm struggling already. Look. So yeah, let's get the champion in. Couldn't get any bog trotter, Mike. Couldn't get any bog trotter. Well, that's unique to your neck of the woods. I don't know, but yeah. Mercurian's champion, 7.3%. It's good stuff. It's a cracking point, this. Gold medal winner. International Brewery Awards 2019. So we did have a bit of a drink last night on the Zoom chat, but being I was taking part in the contest, I didn't want to be slurring, so I didn't have a lot. So anyway, cheers everybody. Right, let's continue. Hi Ganesh, how are you? I don't know if this is a prototype or what. It's a fairly late serial number. So I would have thought later in production they would be starting to penny pinch on it, but for some reason aluminium instead of plastic. Right, the spudge just popped out that end. She's coming off. Slowly, slowly catch your monkey. Here he is. There we are. So, we'll give that one a clean up in a minute. Let's get some of this remaining double-sided tape off of here. There. All right, Paul. Thank you. Stephen Devereux, how are you? You burnt water. I Rob Bond. You've been up the ladder replacing the satellite dish cables. 15 years is pretty good, though, isn't it? Has it got a rich toffee aroma? Don't know, but it does taste nice. It is toffee, actually, yeah. Good stuff. Right. Have I caught up with all the chat? You've seen it. Also available for the RFM3 in red and yellow. Yeah. What was available for the RFM3 in red and yellow, Paul? That's all the tape gone from there. We need to get the Goo Gone out now. That seems to do the best job on this. Goo Gone. Goo Gone? Goo Gone. Get the Goo Gone. Sticky label remover as recommended by my viewers in the States. And I did manage to speak to some US stations as well yesterday. One in New York. I can't remember where the other one was now. But yeah, there's a lot of states on late last night. When I'm saying late, sort of after midnight, started opening up. There was some plain as day. Not a lot of signal, but very readable. Right, so I'm just going to spread some of this on. Just to remove the stickiness. Just let that soak in for a bit. Looks like we've got one of Coco's hair stuck to it already. Goo Gone. Worth picking up some Goo Gone, people, if you haven't got any. No Goo Gone gone. Goo Gone gone. What the hell are you going on about now, Graham? Maniac. Right, let's find YouTube on my tablet here, isn't it? It's really difficult to view your chat now. Used to just pop the chat out, but you can't do it anymore. They've changed the software that's made it actually worse. Made it worse, which is great, isn't it? Right, YouTube Studio. Oh, the tuning needle, right, okay. Yeah, the other ones are plastic though, Mike. plastic, not brass. Hey George, how you doing? I was mainly 20 meters, Derek. 20 meters was best for the States last night. If you look at the propagation reports, sort of between midnight and I think 2 a.m. is about the best time. Diarrhea doll faces are the rarest. I mean, Devon keeps turning around. It's shocking, isn't it? I would report him to him, really. It's not on. I think there's still a layer of tape on this one. Diarrhea dial plates. You can't beat them. Right. Video manager. Live. Live now. I'm live now, apparently. Allegedly. I'm alive, oh. Okay. Ah, it wants to. It's going to make me watch an advert first. There we go. Live chat. Yes, I've got it up. We're okay. I can see it now. We have chattage. There's a lot of people that aren't that keen on contesting. They do think it takes up the bands, etc., etc. But really, it was they do tend to keep to certain parts of the band, so they leave other parts of the band open for normal use. And although that contest was multi-band yesterday, it was nearly all on 20 meters. Well, certainly in the day. It only moved up to 40 meters in the evening. So 40 meters is pretty clear for Inter G all day yesterday, and there's quite a lot on. There's a D-Day station on there as well at the moment, special events station I was going to have a call into, but I ran out of time. By the time I'd uploaded all my logs and everything, it was time to get the photos done for the stream today. So 1:30 a.m. there is around our sunset on the east coast. Is that when it gets a bit better, Doug? I'm just picking away at this. It looks like half of the tape got left on the dial plate here, the backing, and the other half got left on the chassis. Trouble is, this is quite greasy, this stuff. It's a job to get out of it. Talk amongst yourselves while I gently start picking this tape off. Lucky I've got fingernails. It's one thing I haven't done for many years is bite my fingernails. I used to when I was a kiddie, but there's better things to eat than your fingers nowadays. Actually got food these days. Yeah, I still have yet to have a contact into Australia or New Zealand. It's the only thing that's stopping me getting my All Continents award. Not incontinence, all continents. I've had the incontinence award many times. There she's coming. Come on. Nearly. It's another big lump off. What about Antarctica? Got that content? I think I have, George, yes. I think I have. I'm not 100% sure, George, but it's showing us me only needing one continent for the Continents Award. And I'm pretty sure I've got Oceania. Or is it? No, is it Oceania that I need? I can't remember now. It's one of the joys of, well, one of the benefits of working contests, George, because you get stations on there that aren't normally active. They'll come on for the contests. You do get a bit hammered though. I got a new country yesterday. I can't remember what it's called now, but it's a weird one down in Southern Europe somewhere. Never heard of it before. There was also Jamaica and that one yesterday. I didn't get into any of those, but it certainly is good stuff, whatever they've used. Still not off, look. I'm nearly there. It's just hanging on by the end, look. Australasia is Oceania, yes. I think it's Oceania's the only continent I haven't got. I haven't got my 100 yet either. I'm only on, you know, one of the awards is the 100 countries, I think, isn't it? Still a ways away from that yet. Got goo gone all over my hands now. Goo gone hands. Therapeutic watching sticky stuff come off. Spain. What about Spain, Brett? You got Spanish coffee, is that what you're saying? What do you want on the radio in 1989? I wasn't a licensed actor then, but I was I did used to work the CB bands. I'm not sure if I got Australia on that actually. It was on 10 meters, and it's very likely it was on 11 meters as well. I did have all of my old QSL cards, but I can't find them at the moment. Mrs. Cruncher might have slung them out. Living old rubbish. What's he collecting postcards for? You don't need those. Which reminds me, I must get some more envelopes into the bureau. I'm going to get hammered again soon, I expect. I threw out about 1,000 QSL cards the other week as well. My QSL cards, blank ones, because they had my old address on them. So not a lot of cop for sending out as QSLs. Hi Keith, how are you? It's Presky Fool's Gardener. One of the things, Dom, is when you're doing contesting, you make a lot of contacts, so you need a lot of QSL cards. Right, looking good. Diarrhea has gone. What's on the other side, look? Diarrhea, non-diarrhea. Wasn't as bad as that one I did last week though. That was horrible. Right, let's give this a squirt of isopropyl. both sides because we've got to stick that side to the base. Just let that dry off at there, out of the way. Right. That's that. Let's put the Goo Gone lid on before I knock that over everywhere. Goo Gone everywhere. We don't Goo Gone everywhere, do we? Cheers, Sean. Babysit colour. Certainly is a big improvement, isn't it? Right. Just get that cleaned up. Don't get any dust and muck in our nice dial face. Right, okay, double-sided tape. Find it. It's Gorilla tape. Drop out of there. Right. This is 3M double-sided tape. Scissors. Just cut a bit of that off. Sean! Cheers, mate. Oh, I ain't got the camera on now, have I? Thanks, Sean. Good man. Right, so just put that on there. This is like Blue Peter, isn't it? It's like Blue Peter today. It's like Blue Peter today. So it is 3M tape, this, so it's good stuff. German. Rampton. Double-sided sticky tape, yeah. Good stuff. And it doesn't matter really if this isn't cut exactly flush because you obviously can't see the edges. Tracy Island, that's coming up next, Mike. There we are. Fully trimmed up. He's blue tack. 3M Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing originally, was it now? Did the Germans buy them out, or is it just Germany is one of their outlets, one of their subsidiaries? Right. It's fairly easy to see where this goes, but a bit tricky to get it in still. If you can find the back to this stuff, that is. Again, don't cut your fingernails. Don't bite them. No. Is this going to behave or not? There we go. I got him. Obviously, clear stuff would probably work out better, but as I say, in this case, you're not really going to see it. So let's move the ball pointer to the middle, just to make it easier to slip it in. There you are. One nice new blue background compared to the diarrhea version. Difficult to see that in the light, really, isn't it? We should be back. We should be back. We're back. We're back in this. For some reason that mic keeps crashing. I don't know why. I think it's just I've got too many things open on here. I think that's the issue. Hi Paul, how are you? You have a Upiteru 7100 and the charging socket is broken. Can you get a spear socket to put on the board? Yes, here now. I don't know, Paul, is the truth. It's quite a thin one. I did take some pictures of the other Upiteru actually. Back with sound now, good. Excellent, all good. Let me just have a quick look then, Paul, at the pictures that I've taken of the Upiteru. And we'll have a look at the socket while we're here, while we're at it. Okay. So this is the socket down here that you're talking about, Paul. That one. So it's got a bit of an overhang off the board. Trying to see where the back of the board is. I'm trying to think which board it's actually on. It's not on that board. It's there. So it's only... It's got 3 poles, I suppose, ground, and then the switch. To be true, I don't know, Paul. Without doing a search through everything, I don't really know, but that's the back of the switch, the socket there. That's the front. It's a funny size as well. It's not your normal sort of standard size. So, yeah. Hope that helped, Paul. But I think the only way is to start measuring stuff and searching through all the catalogs, mate. Have a look at CPC, Farnell, RS. Just look for power socket, PCB mount, and have a go. Say I could take mine apart, but I don't really want to take mine apart unless I've absolutely got to. Right. Let's get back to what we were doing then. Before we were rudely interrupted with a lack of audio. Audio lackage. I asked to know you. Better late than never. Right, so we got our new face painted on. Face painted on? What the hell are you on about now? Not face painted. Let's just give these knobs a clean up before we put the faceplate back on. I need to have a look just to see if we need to polish the faceplate. I have washed it. I'm just going over these with some isopropyl really just to clean them. I think this is the dearest RFM3 I've ever bought as well. So there's not a lot in this one for me. might buy me a bottle of wine, the profit out of this one. A cheap bottle of wine, that is. Nicer scanner though, Paul Mac. Very nice scanner, the old Upatero. I still use mine, even though I've got better scanners and receivers and everything. That's my go-to scanner, really. It's just so easy to punch a frequency in and hit the enter button. Scan up through the frequencies. The only disadvantage, if you're an airband listener, I suppose, is hasn't got the 8.33 steps on it, but you can still pick up all the aircraft. Might not be dead on frequency, but you can still hear them. Easy enough. Right, so let's stick a little bit of oil on. Excuse me if that's a nice close-up of my neck. Stick a little tiny bit of Doug's oil on it. On the pulleys. Not a lot. Tuning spindle. Get the circlet around the right way. A little bit in there. Right. We've still got the issue with these not being able to get any switch cleaner in there. But we'll give it a go down through the latching part. Well, that went somewhere anyway. So we've got another little Mike. Thank you, mate. We've got another little job to do cosmetic wise on this. Let's just give this badger going over. Get rid of the muck that's sat on the top for years. Just got to touch this badge up. So I made a bit of a pig's ear of this on the last one and I ended up having to scrape it all back off again. So I'm going to do this one a bit different. The way I should have done it in the first place, really. Gives me a chance to put that back up. Double-sided tape like that. Just want some of my little green tape. Where's that gone to then? Down the bottom. Big reel of that somewhere. So I'm running totally on donations here, really, because Paul sent me this little bit of tape. I don't think I've used this one yet, actually, because I have got a reel of my own here somewhere. This is very thin masking tape. That probably don't know where that's gone. Yeah, I don't know where my reel of that tape's gone, unless it's dropped down up there. Oh well, that's alright. Is it in there? No. This will be fine. It's here somewhere. So yeah, what I was going to do is I'm going to mask around this, and Sean very kindly sent me this. One of these Molotow liquid chrome pens, so we're going to have a go with that. You just put out a fire. Whereabouts, Rob? Fire in the hole? Okay. This is slightly thinner than the stuff I've got, you know, Paul. So what I want to try and do is I want to try and mask it off. So don't go over the edges. That's the plan. That's the plan, Stan. Just, it's so easy to slip because there's a very fine tip on it. I just thought this might make it a little bit neater. There we go. Masked. Theo's in a cunning mood. Will look nice on my nails, will it? You want a bit of French polish on me, do you, Theo? Whatever you're into, mate. Whatever you're into. Or you mean the chrome? Yeah, it probably would. Just the job. Your nana's washing machine went on fire in the kitchen. TR82C. Yeah, we've got those. You want the original Bush one if you can get it, Mike. So I'm just going around this and colouring it in. Not all of it, just the bits that got chrome missing on them, really. There we go. Oh, typical, isn't it? It's absolutely typical. Start again. Actually, to be fair, that didn't really take anything off. There we go. Job done. Right, let's put the top back on that one quick. Luigi, how you doing, mate? All good here. So I need to leave that one to one side to dry. Let's try not to knock it over this time. Let's put it up here out the way with the case. Paper. There we go. Excellent. Just leave that to dry for a couple minutes and I'll pop the tape off of it. Because if you leave stuff to dry before you pull the tape off, you don't get a very clean line. You end up taking off some of the paint again. Right, so that's the little bit of cosmetics done. I've got sort of cleaned those up. I'm going to go and pop these knobs into the into a plastic cup in the bathroom in a minute, just to give them a clean off. These are okay actually, they don't really need refixing. No, they're pretty good. So I'm going to do that in a minute, bear with me. And then we'll get on to recapping this one. Although it does work very nicely. Right, that's them in, soaking. Jeff, how you doing? It's very good, Sean. Yeah, definitely. Very, very good. It's got about the best chrome finish of any pen that I've tried. It's not that good. The dogs will give it to me. Yeah, they're like just full of energy, aren't they? This does look really, really good. This board. I mean, it's really spotless. It's not a speck of dust on it anywhere. Certainly in better nick than the other one. We'll do the diode mod on this one as well. We'll stick a Zener in it. I haven't done that with the other one, so I'll do them both at the same time. It's 24 here again today, look. So it's quite warm up here. I haven't got the windows open though. I could get it cooler, but it's quite comfortable at the moment, so I'm happy. Let's put the Molotov pen back. Thank you, Sean. It's cracking. They are really good, and I can't remember who it was recommended it originally. It certainly was one of you guys recommended the Molotov pen to us. I think a few of us have got them now. I think Sean was one of the first ones to try it. Right. That's done. I've got to give the handle a clean and a quick wire wooling over. So I know you're still all waiting for the waiting patiently for the Hacker, but it won't be long now. We'll get this recapped. I can put this back together and get it out of the way. Then all I've got to do is one coat of Danish oil. I might do that live actually. Right, what tip have we got on there? Just a standard one, that's fine. Let's put that on. Needs painting black. What needs painting black? It needs fire. George. Fire and black. That is looking good now with that new new blue background. Okay. Still quite a few caps in these, isn't there? Considering they're using 3 ICs, there's what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 caps in it. Hopefully my desoldering tool will be behaving today. I can hear my phone pinging in here somewhere. What tip do you use to recap? Gackers. I think that's what we ought to call them, Paul. Gackers. Conductive Evo stick, yeah. It's only on the big caps though, George. It's only on these two that they've stuck it, really. Wouldn't it walk like a man, Luigi? Was it walk like a man? You ordered your caps, Rob, have you? I think it's walk like a man. But you know. Right. Are we clear? Have we got room? Yes, we have. Let's give the old iron a quick ream. Can't beat a quick ream. I'm just going to go all medieval on it and just shotgun them all. Not recommended, people. Don't try this at home. See, it's clogging again now. Needs good suckage for this. I've certainly unsoldered more more than I need on this one. I think that one goes across there. I should know this off by heart now, really, shouldn't I? Done that one. That one. There. And finally there. I think that's got them all. So the idea is we can shut that thing up and we don't have that going all day. Spanky, how you doing, mate? You sent me a pic on Messenger, Rob, have you? What I said last time. I said what? Back in 10. All right, Paul. How's the radio spanky? I still haven't had a chance to catch up with your videos yet, Spanky. I will. Right. So we should be able to pop these all out pretty quick. Solder them back in, and then we can get on to the main event, so to speak. Get that speaker out of the way before Doug gets worried. Yeah, Walk Like a Man, I think it is, Luigi. That's the intro for that song. 47 at 10. We've marked the positive now. 47. That's 4.7. 47 at 16. $220 at 10. $220 at 10. Very stuck. Ugh. 1000 at 16 volts. Tool that one. Let's go with one of these. Rubicon. Ruby, 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 ruby. We've got 10 at 16. Oh, we're going to have a lot of cap roulette going on after this, aren't we? There's loads of them. 10 at 16. This one is 2 at 50. On the back, 1 at 50. $100. 10. Oh, well, you see, how you doing? Walk Like a Man in the Messenger group. Yeah, we can't play that, unfortunately, George. Can't play it, sadly, because we get hit with lots of nastiness. Okay. Oh, hello. See, can you remember this cap down here in the other set was 0.47, I think, wasn't it? And this one's actually 0.22, so they've changed it again. Oh my god, 0.22. Oh no, it's not. No, it's, apologies. It is a 0.22. It is a 0.22. I remembered one of them was a funny size. This one's dying to get out. 10 at 16. Oh my god, George. Well, let's shut that lot up. Okay. Last one then. I got solder them in yet, but nastiness. 470 at 10. Let's just scrape that muck off there. Not that it's doing any harm, to be fair. It's not near the pins, but it can get corrosive over time. So what I say, 470 at 10. That's all of them. Right. Soldering en masse. I'll need another drink after this. So yeah, you were asking about the tip. It's I've got like a chisel tip on here, Rob, which is what I said to you the other day anyway. Right, let's give them all a squirt of flux. Especially all the ones that I've desoldered that didn't need desoldering. So I'm going to get the old goggles on there so I can see a bit better. Definitely need to get in the opticians when they open up again. Need new glasses. You know, we're doing a mass of these. I'll get the extractor in. Turn it on. There we are, all done. All done. Right. That's a pretty quick recap. Quick recap. $100,000. Right. I think, yeah, that's all my legs off. They're all pretty straight. That one's going to have to be bent down to miss the tuning wheel. Tuning wheel? Yeah, it's a tuning wheel. Tuning pulley, really. Let's just tidy that up a bit. That one needs to go there. Pretty good. pretty good. Right. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Let's do the diode mod then next, in the power supply of both of these. So both going to need idiot diodes, as they're called. Cheers, Daniel. Just a quick recap, Benji. You've got to pay attention, Benji. Excuse me. Right, let's find, I think it's box number 5. That's where I keep the idiot diodes. So there you are, if anyone wants the part number. (1N5819). So one of the heat shrink. Two of these. Now you don't really need to do this if it's your own set and you know what you're up to and you're not likely to ever stick the power up it the wrong way round. But if you're going to sell one of these, you need to do it really. So first of all, we need to just test that this is still working, don't we? It's silly to do this and find it's not working. So to make sure I haven't put a cap in the wrong way round. I did do that a bit quick, really, to be fair. But, you know, we need to get onto the hacker, don't we? That's the reason.
I just sold out my show in Scotland. Used to say I wanna put Tottenham on a map, but one day I'ma change the map.
Yeah, works. Good enough. Good enough for me. Right, okay. So, idiot diode then. Possibly, Paul. Possibly. So, the diode, yeah, you should be able to see what I'm up to. I'll just move back there a little bit. The diode is going to need to go in the yellow lead because basically the black and the red are the battery, and that is the main supply. Not main supply, but the power coming in. So what happens is that switch there switches out and puts the power from the red wire to the yellow. So you need to put it in the yellow wire. I put it in the red wire previously, and that's totally wrong. So let's get this yellow one out. It's not going to come out, is it? Of course it's not. Clive, how you doing, mate? Mumble rap. Anyone like Mr. Whippy? I love Mr. Whippies. I ain't allowed them though, Sean, but I do like them. So we need to unwind the yellow one a little bit. We're going to put the diode with the little stripe on it facing the direction of flow. So basically the power's going into the radio like that, so the little band needs to be facing it. So I'm going to pop that one in nice and tight to the power socket, and this is the external power socket. The only reason for doing this really is people get these radios and they don't come with a power supply because the Roberts power supplies are expensive, so they use their own cheap wall wart thing with multi-tips on it, and sure enough they connect it up backwards and it blows one or more of the ICs, as shown in many of my previous videos. So we need to thread some heat shrink up the lead. Just make sure that'll go over it. Yes, it will. So we just need to stick a little bit of that up the lead. So we do that right there. Cut off back there. Just got to snip a bit of wire off. I'm not trying to teach you how to suck eggs here, but this is quite a good little mod if you're ever selling one of these and you don't want it to come back saying it doesn't work. I switched it on and it doesn't work. No, because you've gone and stuck the wrong power supply on it and shorted it out. Right, just do this. So I'm not going to heat shrink that on yet. We'll test this now. This is the scary bit, because we're going to want to reverse polarity it. Just slide that down over. So you need to make sure it works both ways. Zoom back out a little bit. Do these one at a time. There's our power supply, so let's make sure it works as normal.
His eyes up tight.
Right, so now what I'm going to do, is reverse the power supply, which is pretty crazy, I know, but you know. Cheers, Mike. Definitely got to get some in. Right. Power supply. So you can see at the moment the center pin is positive. Sorry, negative. because I've got the positive going to the, I've got them reversed basically. So that is how it is now, as you can hear.
No, I mean, obviously windmills, but yes, well, then what?
Working. So now let's reverse it. So I'm now going to reverse the power supply. So this would normally blow your radio up. And if I push the button, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So yeah, there we are. It's on. Not drawing any current. Let's reverse it again. So this is the correct way round.
Was a mistake.
There we go.
She's not a princess.
Job done. Just get that camera back down on the bench. I want that. I want me picture. Too many cameras to worry about here. Too many cameras. Right, okay. So there you are. That's sorted. So that one's fine. Let's do exactly the same to the other one. Oh, actually no, I've got to heat shrink that on. Let's heat shrink that, and I've gone and turned that off. Is it that one? No, that one. Yeah. I don't need it that hot. Let's just melt the heat shrink on it. You can't see that, can you? There we are. That's that one done. Let's do the same to this one. So they're Schottky diodes, by the way, if anyone wants to know what they are. So the reason for that is because this is got ICs in it that rely on the voltage for them to operate. If you take too much voltage away, you could get a situation where one of the ICs perhaps became unstable. So that's why I haven't used a normal sort of like rectifier diode in it. I've used a Schottky. So this is for the black cloth one. You remember that we did, I think it was Thursday I did that one, didn't I? I lose track now. It's the same again. Sounds like the dogs are going out for a walk. Right, first time, Phil. What's up, my Oh, hang on, hang on. Whoa, no one said. That's a favourite trick of mine, forgetting to put the heat shrink on after you've soldered it. No one said, did they? You're keeping that to yourselves. So I'm going to be super confident with this one and do it straight away. Let's try this one as well. So the right way round.
And promptly climbed into the...
Right, let's reverse it. Nothing. Job done. So there you go, it's a nice little mod if you're ever selling it.
I'm the human equivalent of a hotel sink.
Oh, wait. What do you think you're doing? That's one us.
Right.
She's a paragon of virtue and grace.
Toilet time for me.
Hideous taught. And I saw her first.
Yeah, he sounds more like my...
And I'll leave you with Radio 4.
Oh, right again, haven't I? I really should get glasses or learn to distinguish between accents.
Now, do you want to push off? Or shall I beat you senseless and then wickedly wang you out that window? I'm not afraid of you. How about me, you hairy knuckled inbreeder? You leave our cousin Rachel out of this.
Escaping the ensuing brawl, Maritornes jumped under the covers of the nearest bed she could, namely Sancho. and the innkeeper ran upstairs to intervene,
What's going on here?
only to find Sancho in bed with his daughter's servant.
You dirty bugger, this is a family place. Get out of it. Come on. You, no, please, no, get out of here.
Daddy, what's going on? I heard a struggle.
Not now, my angel. Daddy's just in the middle of something. Ah!
I don't understand. Are all these men fighting over me?
Oh, get over yourself, you pussy cow.
I promise you, this is all in the book. So stay with it, or you're a Philistine. Now, an all-out brawl, it drew the attention of a passing officer.
Nobody move. Nobody move. Now, this is barely entertainment. I'll have to come back when there are few people talking. Right, cue a passage of time.
Have you had enough of that already? Oh dear. Hi Nick, how are you, mate? You've been working on a Roberts, eh? Get on. Yeah, it's not going to sound very good like this, if anyone's asking. It definitely needs to be in the case. But these are cracking little radios. They do sound really, really nice. So, I've only got Guinness left. One of these is reserved for the beer can chicken, so it's going to be Guinness chicken tonight. Andy, how you doing? Andy Tobin, that is. So a bit of the black stuff. Cheers, Mike. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, it's not good. Plastic. Pretty rubbish. This one's got a nice little hole in it as well, which I'll have to fill, but this is the one for mine, not the one that came with this radio. So, what else have we got to do now then? We've done the recap, we've done the diode, done the switches. I haven't sprayed anything in that one actually, in the volume pot, so let's do that while I think of it. He says totally missing it altogether and spraying his finger. Volume pots don't really get scratchy in these because they tend to be left in the same position all the time. Of course you have to come a fair way, Rob. But yeah, cheers mate, have one. Yes, these have got it, Paul. You can hear it. Still got the widget in it. That's why it comes out with a nice head like that. Look at me, look at the head on that. Beauty, innit? Look at the separation on that. Another one! Christ, Mike. You get me drunk. Cheers, though, Mike. Much appreciated, mate. As you know, it's very much appreciated. Right, so where are we? We're in rebuild. Oh, I've got to get me knobs. Hang on. Let's get me knobs from the bathroom. got my knobs back. Right, they're a lot cleaner. Let's give them a final dry off. Thanks, Mike. At double the recommended voltage. Yeah, it should be fine, Andy. I mean, I've chucked a fairly hefty. I don't know what they're rated at. Those. It's a 1N819, 5819. Sorry. So they should be able to withstand a fair whack up on them the wrong way. People seem to be able to notice the 9 volts, but they don't seem to be able to notice the polarity. Okay, dial plate. Let's have a look at that one. Does this need a polish? That's pretty damn good, that. Dial plate doesn't need polishing. I did clean it up yesterday, to be fair, and it did come up really nice. But what I will do is give it a squirt of anti-static, because I just can't help myself, really. There's no cure for me. Still got to go over the top, really, with whatever I do. So I'm just going to stick some of this Novus #1 plastic clean and shine. Gives them a nice sheen, and it's anti-static as well. So it's a little spritz of it. I've just sprayed a load of it on my leg, which is quite good. I'll be able to polish my leg up real nice now. Look at that, shiny. I know I'm slightly mad. I can't help it. Ever lost a knob? They're rated at 1 amp, are they? Yeah, that's got a nice shine to it now. Okay, and a little tip. Can you remember the one we did a while back? And it was buzzing. Remember that? I actually cured it, but I didn't tell you what I'd done because I'd already sent it off by then. But the reason it was buzzing was the top plate was buzzing. So although these little chrome strips hold it quite tight, they don't hold it tight enough, really. You like it tight. So what I did to that one, and I'm going to do it to this one just to make sure, is stick a bit of Kapton on it that just overlaps. What this does, it makes the sides a tighter fit. So just fold it over onto the front. So look, which is the best side of that? So that one. Just pop that over. Covers the tape up, but it is now a tight one. It's not that tight, actually. Probably do with another. Let's do another. Do another layer. I'm a fuss ass, I know, but you know. You wouldn't have it any other way. There, that's a lot tighter, so that'll stop it buzzing. Let's do the same with this side. So another tiplet, eh? Oh dear. I won't have any work soon. All you guys will be fixing everything, and there'll be nothing left for me. I wish. Let's see how tight that one is. Best side up. A little bit mucky there. Let's just clean that off. That's definitely the best side. Yeah, see, that one's tighter for some reason. So there you are. And that'll just stop it buzzing, that's all. Put the knobs back on. Get his face back on. There we are. Nice and shiny. Sorted. Right. Let's grab the case. Actually, before we do that, we need to get the badge. Badge. If we put the case back together, we won't be able to get the badge in. It's nice new chrome surround. Let's zoom out a little bit. Did I just zoom out? Did I darken it? I don't know. Let's get rid of that picture in picture for a minute. There's two little tiny captive washer things that hold the badge on. I think they're better off melted personally, but you know. Oh. Make sure they're on properly. Yeah, there we go. On badge. Oh, hang on, no, I'm jumping the gun, Aerial wire came off. These are really badly soldered. I don't know whether it's a Roberts thing or what, I don't know, but they're not very well soldered, these. Sean, you know all this. You've taken these apart many times. What's George been up to now? Whitey Roberts. Yeah, it's a personal thing, Simon, to be fair, but end of the day, that's how I've advertised it for sale, really. So I've said that the sides are finished with Danish oil, and I particularly quite like them. The Roberts sets seem to do well on it because the finish is never that good. I've tried beeswaxing them and all sorts, and you can't, unless you put some sort of proper finish on them, some sort of silk varnish or something like that would be quite nice. But then the problem is it's got stain on it, so it don't stick very well. So Danish oil, I just stick them under a warm running water and put foam cleaner on them, wipe the foam cleaner off to get rid of any gunge, and then they get a couple or three. Well, it depends. One coat of Danish oil isn't that shiny, and you can still clean all that off. Right, I'm just going to solder this back on. So this is a heat-proof mat. This is really useful for stuff like this. Yeah, these clips just don't ever seem to be soldered very well. The other one's fallen off as well. Olive oil, yeah. Yacht varnish, Christ, that is hellish shiny. Come on. Three coats, that's what I've always done. But I will say it doesn't look very good on a Hacker. I think because the timber is so much bigger on a Hacker, and it's usually got a much finer finish on it, you don't really need Danish oil on a Hacker. Right, let me have a look at that. See, I'm still not overly happy with that. No, still not. Look at that. Put all that soda and flux on it, and it's not taken. It's a bit wham. Typical, it moved at the last minute, like just as it was setting. Now it's caught, definitely. I'm going to need to probably snip the bit of wire off underneath. Now he's caught. Right, aerial. These are really good quality aerials on these as well. Straight as a die. Up until recently, you could still get these from Roberts, but the ones I had last time were a strange sort of size. So my usual trick with an aerial is just WD-40 works best. Always used it, and it's always been the best thing for the job. I'm sure there's PTFE oil and all sorts of stuff you can use, but WD-40 is the way to go. Because it cleans it as well as lubricating it. So once I've cleaned it, I just go and spray each joint one at a time. Can't see what I'm doing. Not that it's that important, but you know. So basically I just spray each joint. Let the WD go into it. Not forgetting the ball bearing in the bottom. And the knuckle joint. Then just run it up and down a few times. Final wipe down. There you go. One serviced aerial. Right. There we are. Now we can go back in the case. My hands will wipe off. You use WD-40 on your knees? Brian, and here it's good for a sore throat. It's got a multitude of uses, isn't it? Right, here goes then. I think we're ready now to put it back in. Yeah, this one is a keeper, really, but you know, I can't keep them all, can I? You don't want to go back in this one. Right, just trying to line the area up. I don't know why, because that's the last thing to go in. As I say, I've got to put a little bit of Danish oil on the sides, not a lot though. It's lovely and dark, this wood. It's one of the darkest ones I've seen. I mean, it is as dark as it looks. It's almost like a rosewood. It's a lovely bit of timber on it. Floats on coffee. You drink WD-40 sometimes. You wouldn't drink WD-40, Rob. You wouldn't be with us. GT85, similar stuff, Sean. I've used it before, but right, now this screw was cross-threaded last time, so let's see if I can get it in without cross-threading it. Yep, there she goes. Getting there, people. The lithium goes white right out of the can. Okay, handle then next. Right, I'm going to whip that into the bathroom for a quick clean. Let's put the power supply in. Oh, the camera's down a bit low for some reason. Okay, now this is my favourite trick of all. I do it every time. Connect the speaker, Graham. It's always worrying when you put a set back together and it doesn't work, but I've done that so many times. Try it again.
To live my life with the utmost pride, poise, and dignity. But it was all folly.
I'm going to leave you with Radio 4 again while I go and just give the handle a quick wash off.
Off as a simple shepherd, Alonso the shepherd. Ah well, Dulcinea, my little princess, I did it all for you. Sheep, sheep, sheep. I love sheep.
I love sheep.
Sancho was devastated. In the end, it had all been such a tragic, meaningless waste.
Don't look at me like that, Dapple. Face the road. Well, how was I supposed to know what was going to happen? Maybe if I'd learned to read, I would have known. But then Don Quixote went mad reading books. So maybe there's an exact number of books that makes you clever, but not so clever you go mad. Probably like 8 or something. Oh, I don't know.
Sancho glumly thrust his hands into his pockets for emphasis, and to his surprise pulled out a delicate white envelope.
It's Don Quixote's letter. The one he wrote to Dulcinea. Maybe it's not too late to finish his quest.
He raced with all speed, as fast as Dapple's little legs would carry him, until he found himself at the last house on the left, past the burnt-out carriage where the dogs do their business, Slurry Lane to Boso.
Yes?
Dulcinea.
What? No, my name's Aldonza. Who are you?
Sancho. Sancho Panza. Sorry to bother you, but did you ever meet a man named Don Quixote? I mean, Alonso. He seemed to know you.
No, I've never met an Alonso, sorry.
Oh, that's anticlimactic. Well, sorry to have bothered you.
My mum knew an Alonso a long time back now, before I was born. I'm sort of named after him.
Oh, I see.
They were quite close until she got pregnant with me. Couldn't disappear fast enough, so my mum says. Didn't want to ruin his reputation. So what's this about?
There you go. Did you enjoy that?
Oh.
Did you enjoy that little bit of Radio 4 loveliness? Well, I'm just going to quickly go over this with wire wool. The other end. There we are. Pick up that wire. You can bet your life if you leave a load of wire wool about, it's going to get somewhere where you don't want it to get. Usually in your fingers, or your wrists, or your arms. Right. Put the handle back on. There we are. One finished RFM3 pretty much. As I say, I just want to go over this side a little bit more. That one's fine. And I've just got to touch up a speck of paint on the grill just about here. But apart from that, that's job done. Let's stick a battery in it, and I shall have this one as my radio for today, and we'll listen to that one this evening, but just to give it a proper testing.
Sancho and the children's games ran long into the night as they played as just that king.
This recording, and something changed within me forever.
Leading musicians take us inside.
That they were a proper mess.
It's one of my favourites to mine, subject to availability.
Gift gap gives me flexibility.
It says I'm so heartbroken over.
Surge, Macmillan Support Line.
Macmillan Cancer Support. Whatever cancer throws your way, we're right there with you.
On your radio.
On Global Player.
And on your smart speaker.
Play Classic FM. This is Classic FM. From Global's newsroom, I'm Tim Humphrey. Thousands of protesters again.
There you go, people. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Didn't take me that long, did it? But as I say, I did have a quick go at the Danish Hall and that yesterday, so you know. But yeah, totally recap, fully working. It's nice and loud. It doesn't need anything doing to it alignment wise. The dial's fine. Brilliant. It's called Burnt Orange. Did I change the cap under the tuning wheel? No, there's not one on this particular one. It's the same as this. There is. I don't know which one it is, but this is exactly the same version, and they've got the cap bent this way. There's not another cap under the... There is one that's got a cap under the tuning wheel, but it's not this one. So there you are. That's a real beauty. I do like that colour as well. I mean, that is a pretty accurate shot of it there, I think. It is like a terracotta colour. It's not, I mean, it looks a little bit lighter than what it actually is, I think, but then it's difficult because everybody's screen's different. But I think with the dark side, that looks really, really nice. So yeah, another RFM3 sorted. I keep saying it, but it is one of my favourite little FM radios. So we'll take that one out the back with us tonight while we're having our barbecue. So let's catch up with the chat a minute. Thanks, Mike. There's a nice bit of kit, that, isn't it? So I'm sure, I think it's Ian will be very happy with that. There is a book on the history of Roberts, Doug, that you can buy. Paul's going to send you some anyway. Johnny, how you doing, Johnny? How's that scanner coming on, mate? Have you given it a good go yet? Didn't see you pop in there, mate, so apologies. So yeah, it's time for the hacker. So this one is manky, is all I can say. It needs a bit of work, shall we say. There's a few bits missing off of it. So I'm going to pop it up onto the bench very discreetly a minute. And we're going to play Guess the Radio. I'm going to play Guess the Radio. I can stop it moving about. Okay, are we ready? The only person I know that's got it 100% is Mr. Andrew Ausfer. He guessed it, and some of you were in the chat when he guessed it, actually, so you probably are banned. You're just getting static at the moment. It is working, Johnny. You must be able to get it to work on Wide FM. It's not a consort, Jeff. So let's without further ado, let's So there you are. There's a couple little telltale things there. Ah, yeah, you found the advert, Paul. And it's not that one. It's not what it says, mate. But yeah, it's not what it says. But that is the one that I bought, Paul. Yes, I think I paid quite a lot for this, didn't I? But you know, it was one of those drunken. It's not plastic. It's metal, George. It's aluminium. It's anodized aluminium, mate. And what do you think about the colour of that wood? It was a rum-fueled eBay purchase, yes it was. A Hacker RP Black Beauty. No, it's not Black Beauty. You're thinking Black Knight, aren't you, Sean? Yes, George. Rosewood. You're right, George. Here. So yeah, hackers are normally teak, aren't they? But this is rosewood. No driver. No, the SP80 has got big black speakers on the side. It's not a Harrier. It is a Hacker. That's good news, Johnny. It was picking up cracking here. Just hang on, Paul. I know you've probably have got it. Yeah, you have got it, Paul. But let's see if so Paul has got it. 72. What do you mean 72? So Paul has sussed it, but he did spot the advert that I bought it from, and he's had a closer look at it, I expect. Did this cost more than the R707, and was it the same night of purchase? It was the same night of purchase, Mike. In fact, this was bought first. A toaster. Sovereign variant. RP72 range. Now you're getting very warm. Yes, Sean. It is an RP72 range. I'm pretty sure none of you will have actually seen one of these in the flesh. If you have, then I've been looking out for one of these for a long time. And I've got the model number of this one on my eBay search, and I didn't find it on that because they actually listed it wrong. So I spotted it. Shall we give you a bit more of a clue? It's lovely, Benji. I mean, it needs oiling. It's really dry, but it is lovely. So let me just pop the camera up a fraction. Not giving you much more of a clue, is it? let's get rid of me a minute. You know it now, do you? Really? Really, Sean? Do you know it because you found the advert? And that's not a bit of string, that's a lovely glob of paint there. I was very lucky, Sean, in that I spotted an advert for this, and they'd listed it as a Sovereign 3. So there you go, it is a Sovereign 3. Rosewood needs lemon oil to clean and sheen it. That's the stuff I'm going to have to use then, George, because I don't want to put anything on this that's liable to do anything to it. Sovereign 3 with black knobs and rosewood cheeks. You're right, Time Tech, but it's got its own model number. So normally the Sovereign 3 is... I know, Paul, I know. Sovereign 3 is an RP72, isn't it? This is not an RP72. It is not an RP72. It's not on RP72. So let's go a bit higher. RP72 Sovereign 3 has got a silver top, hasn't it? Silver dial face. Paul, you have one, but let's just leave it a little bit longer, see if anybody else can get it. You're all really close. You are all really close. It's not an RP73, it's not a 72B. I'll have to find some lemon oil. Yeah, it ain't good, is it? I mean, the handle is also black, look. It's got a black handle. Really, to be fair, unless you know your hackers, you ain't gonna get this. Unless you know your hackers, you ain't gonna get this. Or unless you've seen the advert. Do you win the giveaway? No, Paul. But 73. I'll be 74, 79. No. What else can I show you? Not a lot really without giving it away. We're saying that you can't see the model number. Let's go across a little bit. All right. Cheers, George. It's an MB. It is an MB, yeah. But it's got black knobs. Black knobs. Black dial face. Black dial face is usually only on the Super Sovereign, isn't it? It is an MB. Figure 8 MB. Figure skating MB. A little bit more that way. This is really teasing you, isn't it? RP69. RP82, no. MB12. Does the model start with RP72? You're after clues, Sean. I can't give clues. Let me see if I can get his camera to go steady across. It'll just go with one big jump in a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. You still can't see it from that angle. Oh, dear. No. It's not a Sovereign 4. You should be able to see now at the end of the screen. It does need a button, yeah. But again, these buttons are unique as well because they're actually painted black and just this silver bit is exposed. Ha! Paul's burst. Paul's burst. It's got a BN. Go on then, Paul. Tell them what it is. Tell them what it is, Paul. Tell them what it is, Paul. Quickly. Can you see that? It's an RP721. So it's a Sovereign 3, but it's a special edition. Yeah, Paul, it's not for sale. Okay. So it's an RP721 Sovereign 3. It is a Sovereign 3, but it's a special edition. So we've got rosewood ends. So this is rosewood. It's quite light at the moment because it has faded. It's obviously been in the sun. You know, you can see there it is pretty faded. It needs some oil on that. So it's got black grill instead of the silver grill on the Sovereign 3. It's got a black dial plate. It's got black knobs and buttons, and it's got a black handle. So all in all, it's a pretty impressive radio. I mean, Sovereign 3s are really good anyway. It's basically a Super Sovereign without the shortwave. Aerial is there. Oh, and it's straight as well. Oh, that's a relief. So all that someone's done is, as George says, it's got a little bit of a dent in it, so maybe that's why they haven't pushed it in. Yes, the aerial's not perfect. It will go down though. It's not far off perfect though, to be fair. I'll happily settle for that. So we've got one marker missing off the bottom edge, but then this whole lot's going to have to come off and be cleaned. There's paint splodges on it. It is a beauty, isn't it? It definitely won't be listed on Radio Museum. It is really, really rare. 12 goats. It's got a couple dinks where this handle's got whacked down there, I expect. It might not be. No, it's got a dink there in the rosewood, but that's nothing really. I can just give that a very light sanding. The grill looks good. Again, it's just a bit of paint on it. I think it's emulsion as well. I don't think it's yeah, I don't think it's gloss, so that should come off. And importantly, all the lettering is still on there. It's not rubbed off at all, so you're gonna have to be really careful with that. So this is a black anodized, and they've just like machined back the aluminium, so you can see just the tops in aluminium. Really nice. On the back, There's a bezel missing. There should be a plastic bezel that goes in around there. And there should also be a plastic bezel that goes around there. But I have got both of those drawn on my 3D printer software, thanks to John from John's 3D print shop. I think that's what it's called at the moment. The back grill is there, and it's not loose either, which is good news. So let's have a look in the back. Let's have a look at the guts of him. So yeah, a little bit of corrosion on the little brass things, but that's nothing. That'll come off. So we've got a battery tray. Let's gently ease the battery tray out. So if you don't know it, these little things are for removing the battery tray, if they're put in right, and that those don't appear to be. Nope. So our battery tray looks like it's never ever been used. There's no markings to the stickers at all. I would say that's never been used, that. So let's have a look inside. Smells of old radio. So I'm just looking at the amplifier board and the main board. Everything is there exactly as it should be, and I would say that's never ever been apart. That is untouched. That has not been touched. So the amplifier board is here on this little shelf. We got a little power supply there. 200 milliamp rated. 12 volt out. The only place I've ever seen this is on the Hacker Radio group. What was Yahoo, but it's now AO group or IO groups, isn't it? So we've got to see if this works, haven't we? We have to see if this works. So it's got a mains cable. Let's plug it in then with the mains cable. Plug it into the Variac, just in case there is anything wrong with the power supply, which is unlikely. I don't think I've ever had one of these power supplies go wrong, apart from dodgy switches in that bit. I've had a dodgy switch in there before. Okay, let's see if it works. It would make a fantastic Christmas giveaway. Yeah, I don't think so. It is normal rec scene, Mike. I'd love a golden sovereign. I've got that on my watch list as well, Time Tech. That's the only sort of one I've got a few that I haven't got, but of the ones that I want, you know, they do later ones. Whoa, Andrew Ausfer. One of 4 known, Sean. That's how rare. Really? One of only 4. Flippin' heck, Andrew. It was a good find, wasn't it? It was a very good find. A very good find. So welcome, Andrew, by the way. Cheers, John. Catch you soon, mate. Radio and television service in pages 76 to 77. I'll look it up on the Hacker forum in a minute. But let's turn it on. Let's put it on to FM. Pop the area up. Oh, it's filthy. Absolutely. Ugh. It's like someone's ate their tea on that aerial. Ugh. Yuck. Right. It's on. Let me just wind it up. Let's get on, say, 100 megs, which is classic FM. Get a volume about halfway. If you've got headphones on, look out.
JB Sachs and Julia Michaels are down 13 to 39 on this week's official Big Top 40. My name is Will Manning. Sunday afternoon. At the end of what's been a really, really difficult week, there's been so much hurt.
Back as a PPG to those donors, and we will ask them, do you...
risk the pitfalls of gimmickry, so I just went with what I felt was the truest and fairest way of ending the book. And then also there was a character in the book called
from Javier Bustamante, who'd like to be remembered to his good friend.
And Jackie Harrison has been in touch. She was a full-time carer to her brother who lost his battle with Huntington's disease.
It's different.
No check. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, it's like worth living. Like these we give and give.
Wow, it works. Oh, it does sound very nice. Hi Daniel, how are you? Lee Locke, how you doing, mate? It's no binatone. It ain't a binatone. It's a proper radio. 4 copyright claims. Leave it alone, wouldn't mess with it. It ain't gonna need a lot, Sean. It needs to come back to looking how it did originally. Sound wise, well, like you say, it's pretty good.
along with her prizes till next month and the next book.
And as Jim says, the next book to be reading for July's edition is Presumed Innocent by Scott Turow. And if you'd like to take part in a recording, the next one is with Oyinka Braithwaite on her novel My Sister the Serial Killer. Go to the book club website where you'll find full details on how to join in. Book club is presented by James Nocht and the producer is Tim Schnucklin. This is BBC Radio 4. Now for some new thoughts about ancient stories and the last of the series that offers myth and escapism. Today we're introduced to Penelope, wise, cunning and intelligent. Here's Natalie Haynes.
Hello and welcome to Natalie Haynes Stands Up for the Classics for one season only, involving me sitting down for the classics instead. Also, for one season only, we have ditched history for myth. We decided everybody needed a little escapism and that's what you're going to get. So today I am sitting down for Penelope. We know Penelope best from Homer's Odyssey, where, of course, she waits for her husband Odysseus to return from the Trojan War. The war lasts for 10 years,
chuck the
and then it takes
active
him
antenna
another
in
10
on it.
years to get home. So Penelope's story is usually presented to us as one of endurance and fidelity. In some of our other ancient sources, she's a little bit more human, maybe a little bit more interesting than a model of wifely perfection, against whom all other women fall short. I should tell you that. I do mean you, from the final part of the Odyssey. Although
CD. Et Mylène Farmer aussi. Peut-être un peu plus Mylène que Raymond Barre.
Ah oui, Raymond Barre et Mylène Farmer, c'est un joli duo.
She's not to cook the dinner, so she's chilling out in the back garden while I'm in the kitchen. Thanks, says Pat. There's a silver lining, all right. So at this time on a Sunday,
Irish.
4:30 and 5:30, we open up the only disco in the country that's actually open
Hilali.
and serving. It's the kitchen disco. Ready for boogie you are? Huh?
No dancing. Right. Medium wave. No, where's the medium wave coil is over there.
And the new sync 6 feet apart.
Kelly, let's get all of our latest tests. Here's Russell Hargreaves. Mark, thank you. More anti-racism protests.
She's a 20-year-old tree pharmacist, and
To hear so much feedback from people is that I worry about them all the time.
Medium wave
it's
there.
always in my mind. I know so many people aren't seeing their families at this moment in time, but I've got this weird extra worry that my parents are in America, in the South as well. They're in Florida, and I've been to the States, and I could tell you countless amounts of times that
need to help. So we just send the parts to each other, just small parts of the song. And tutors as well were just.
She's fallen through the gap when it comes to benefiting from UK
Loads
government
of
cash to help
stations.
them through the pandemic. So Laura will be talking to them on breakfast.
For my parents, my mum's in her 60s and my dad is in his late 60s as well. For me to think that they might just be on a little drive.
I need
just
another
to,
one of
go
these.
for dinner or something together, and they might not make it home. I cannot tell you just how much that worries
beat
me.
me
I
to it,
cannot
Mike.
tell you how much of a burden on my shoulders that is, and that is more of
Thanks,
a reason
mate.
for me to really get up and really go for it and really give my opinion as to why I think there's an injustice, but also try to convince white people as to why
Yes,
this
there
is
was,
a
Daniel.
crazy injustice in society, because it's really about understanding where we can use our privilege to help.
That's a
other
live
people.
one, that was.
Not to try and get poetic, because that's not my strength, that's your strength. That hopefully is a burden going forward, is not one that you carry on your own shoulders, it's one that's carried collectively. And it's not my job to share opinions, but I can say that in the times when I've seen people say hurtful things to you, as your friend and your family, it hurts the people around you as much as it hurts you. So,
Guinness everywhere now.
Going. Ayo, thank you very much for your time.
No problem,
Lots
no
of
problem.
love.
Thanks, Alan.
Speak
Appreciate
soon.
it,
It is 4:35. Let's get the latest news with Dom.
On digital, BBC Sounds, smart speaker and online.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Thank you, Helen. President Trump has ordered the National Guard to withdraw from Washington. In a tweet, he said everything was now under control in the city after a series of violent protests over the killing of an African-American, George Floyd. Here, protesters in Bristol have pulled down a statue of Edward Colston, a slave trader and MP who was born in the city in 1636. In Edinburgh and Glasgow, social distancing appears to have been observed, with people meeting in parks. Free masks were given out as thousands of people gathered outside the US Embassy in southwest London. And a surfer has died after being attacked by a great white shark off Australia's east coast.
Whoa.
Man is believed to have been 60 and from Queensland, was surfing at Kingscliff, 500 miles north of Sydney.
Great white.
And the shark
attack.
Several other
Still cleaning up beer.
boarders tried to fight the creature off, but he died of his wounds. In sport this afternoon, we'll start at Newmarket, where there was success yet again for trainer Aidan O'Brien.
They're clear of under the stars, but it is Love who strides on best of all as they now come uphill towards the finish. Love is going to be a decisive winner. Love is 3 or 4 lengths clear. Very impressive. Love wins it.
Yes, that was Love ridden by the jockey Ryan Moore, winning the second classic of the year, the 1,000 guineas, and giving the Irishman O'Brien his 4th win in 5 years at the event. 4-1 shot finished ahead of 12-1 chance Cloak of Spirits and the unbeaten 11-4 favourite of Quadrilateral. Newcastle winger Alan Stan says that...
So opaque, it's incredibly hard to tell. She's not afraid to express her emotions, though. The first thing...
Well, there you are. It's given it a good workout. The volume pot is not feeling too good. It's not got a real positive click to it as you turn it on and off. It's just a very woolly. You can hear it's really. But then I did buy some of those brand new ones from Blore Edwards, so I believe this is a 50k pot. So cheers again, everybody, and cheers, Mike. Got no shortwave. Shortwave was only ever a compromise on these sets. It's just something to put on there just to give it an extra band, George. You know, the Super Sovereign shortwave performance ain't that brilliant, to be fair. It ain't that good. So really, there's not a lot I want to do to that right here and now. It needs to come out of the case, really, and have a damn good clean. What I can do on the amp board, and not right now, but I can actually... it looks like someone's had a screwdriver in there and adjusted some of the FM cores. So now someone has been at it. Someone's tweaked the FM. It's not... The dial alignment isn't quite right on FM. Does sound fine though, so they haven't messed it up as such. Yeah. It really doesn't look like it's been touched much at all, to be honest. I mean, someone stuck a screwdriver in there just for the sheer hell of it, I think. It just generally needs a blimmin' good clean and a service. It's like these spring clips here, these are corroded. So I'll put some replacements in there. So I've got a 3D print new surround for that. But yeah, overall, I'm really pleased with that one. Speaker looks okay. I think it's been slightly damp, maybe. We've got this paint on it which needs to come off. I'm glad they haven't tried to get it off themselves, because I'd rather try and get it off myself than anyone else try and get it off. And I have got another aluminium one, so what I'll need to do is spray it and then spin it in the drill and just bring that bit of aluminium back on it, if you know what I mean. Let me see what I can find out about this set then. The serial number, Spanky, is not on there. Serial number be up in underneath the case then. You can't. Oh, here we go. The serial number is 35123, I think. It's just there, look. I think that's the serial number. Someone's peeled that off the bottom of the thing here, possibly, and stuck it up there. Although it doesn't look like it's actually on there. So yeah, 35123. That doesn't sound enough, does it? You'd like to see an old school YouTube series on it. I could do that, Paul, but it would take a bit of editing and that, wouldn't it, I suppose. $35,123 it is, sure. So let's do a bit of research a minute then. Let's get the hacker groups up. So it's groups AO, isn't it? So again, all the alignment and everything else is exactly the same as a normal Sovereign 3. It's only cosmetics that they've done on it. Groups IO. Okay, let's have a bit of an explore of this together then. Because I have got to get down and sort out the barbecue in a bit, so it's not going to be a mentally long stream today, but I think it's a good idea possibly to do a series on this. Whether I do, I don't know, Paul. The thing is I'd need to redo all the cameras and everything. There's lots of things I'd need to do and change in order to get this as a series. So it might be a series of live streams, if you know what I mean. And I'll work in between, and then we'll just do like picture shows and little snippets of video as I go through it. Anyway, let's get onto my screen. So you should be on my screen now, hopefully. Yes, you are. So if anyone's interested in Hacker Radio, go to this this group's IO and get yourself joined to the Hacker Radio group. If I go back one, you'll see I'm in the Roberts Radio group as well. So there's two radio groups. I would suggest that if you're into this, you join it. So there's not as many members as there was. Hacker Radio group's got 936 members, and the Roberts has only got 414. So let's go into the Hacker Radio group. So there's various bits. Look, Hacker White Knight. White Knights? White Knight is a tumble dryer washing machine manufacturer. I think it means Silver Knight. That's Tim Norris. Tim pops in here from time to time, so he's put a question in. Tim was also asking about the battery trays. I think he means the Silver Knight, doesn't he? But that was May the 7th, look. So not very active. So if you guys want to join this, and if you've got any questions, the guys that are in this group, there's nothing they don't know about Hacker, to be fair. Let's have a look then. Photos. Let's have a go through the photos, see if we can find anything on this particular model. There's loads of really good brochures and that you can download. Hacker range 1972. That's going to be... I'm trying to think what the date was on this now. So if I just click on that file. So yeah, Super Sovereign's there, but it's just slightly too early for the Sovereign 3, I think. So there you go. Look, you can print out the brochure for the Super Sovereign. If I'm boring you, say, and I'll carry on. Oh dear. Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, Paul. Yeah, all right. Yeah, good shout. You can guilt trip me in it. You can get Radio Merseyside, but it's for the Scousers. Mike. Cheers, mate. You off, are you? Cheers, Mike. Thanks very much for today. Much appreciated. I shall gladly drink more beer. So cheers, Mike. Thanks very much for everything today again. Okay. So let's go down through this then. This is 1972, so it's not going to be in 1972, is it? We determined that it is mid to late 70s, so keep going down through, see if we can find anything on it. RP722 instructions. There's lots of hints and tips on volume replacements and repairs. Instructions for your books, your radios. Instruction books for your radios. 1975. That looks like a Sovereign 3 there in 75. Here we go. Sovereign 3. We blow that up. So we'll get to the no. Can't quite see this. Top model of the Hacker range. Oh, it's a Super Sovereign, you idiot. Oh, it's a price list, look, from 1975. I can't view this full screen, but unfortunately I can't zoom in on it. Oh, no. So in 1975, a Sovereign 3 was £77.50. And a Super Sovereign was £103.70. And a VP408 was £11.25. Damn, something more expensive than that now, aren't they? Yes, that's the green one, Paul, isn't it? But it's not got any variance there, has it? Again, you know, I'm just having a quick look through this to try and find the specific radio, but so it's 1.5 watts by the looks of it output, same as the Super Sovereign, so it's a powerful radio. Well, and the Hunter as well, look. So Peter Kinnard's RP25B in white, RP77, 37A. Let's keep it going. 77MB. 18. There's the instructions for the VP408, look on here. Super Sovereign instructions. SP80. Parts wanted. I don't know if Ian knows that I can print those. Dynatrons on here. Here we go. Hacker radios. Let's try that. So it's obviously a Sovereign 3 we can see there. There it is. Sovereign 3 Rosewood. That's a bit tidier than mine, isn't it? So it looks like it's got 5 markers on the top there. Oh, well, that's a different one again, is it? That's the same one, I think, but it's not as nice a one. Maybe they've pinched the ones off the bottom and put them all up on the top row. I don't know. It's a beauty, isn't it? So showing 4 there. Maybe it's 4 top and 4 bottom. I think it probably is. Oh, that's a normal. Hey, that's a different one again. That's a 772. Okay. That's still got the black top. Here we go. This is the Golden Sovereign, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Let's get back to the albums. See, that says RP72MB 1976, but that's got a black dial on it, not the silver one. Just get your chat back up. Use the 3 dots. Use the 3 dots, Johnny. 878 quid in today's money. I don't think it's not 4 made. I think it's just only 4 left. Yeah, so the golden sovereign is the RP722MB, but there is the green one as well, isn't there? Yeah, there we go. There's a green one. So that's the green suede model. Not a particularly good one. It's got a bit of use, that one. Again, a normal sovereign base on that one. But green suede finish. Oh, a grey one? Grey? That's going to be a faded green, isn't it? It's got to be faded green, that, surely. Oh, I see, Johnny, right. I can't see oh, these here. Yeah, I tried that, John. But because it's an album, it actually does this sort of stuff. Yeah, that don't work very well on like a photo album like this. So if you come up to the top and you go to Files, you can pop in here and you got battery labels, service manuals. And again, if anyone's got anything that the group hasn't got, then they'll always welcome that. There's 3 pages of stuff there that with various brochures. So Hacker radio models, year by year listing of Hacker radio models. Look. Let's see if it's got anything in here about it. My trial version is expired, and would I like to buy it? Well, I'd love to buy it, but it costs a flipping fortune. Okay. So Sovereign 3 was 1973, look. Black leather cloth with teak sides. MB version later. So 72 MB offered in a non-standard full green suede. Ship it as zoom in on this. There we go. So it says tuning scale normally mainly in bright aluminium, but a version with a black dial and mainly black and white print matching those of the Super Sovereigns also exists. That's that other one that just said RP72MB, but it had a totally black dial on it. But yeah. Knob outers and horizontal handlebar anodized in black. And the wooden side cheeks are given a dark stain. Oh, here we go. 1976-77 RP721MB, which is what we've got here, and the RP722MB, Rosewood Sovereign 3 and Golden Sovereign, costlier versions of the RP72MB. The rarely seen RP721MB was mostly a similarly scarce black dial 72MB, but with flat side cheeks of solid rosewood. Nice, that's a good find then, isn't it? Rarely seen, so okay, it might be worth doing a series on it just for posterity, is it? I can't know how you pronounce it. So yeah, a bit of history on it there, look. Right up to the very last ones, which was the RP85 Knight from 1979. Again, you got an RP82 Herald look, which was one of the last ones. The RM79 Windsor I've got, that's a horrible radio. I don't think these are much better. Consort, again, very plasticky, not very nice. SP80 sounds amazing. It's not very well made though. And the Sovereign 4. Not brilliant. So really, these were Sovereign 4 was all right, to be honest, and the cassette Sovereign's okay, but they're not as well made as this lot really from here back. So there you go. Let's close that off. Scab 1993 booklet. Yeah, so this is the history of Hacker Radio there. If anyone wants that, that book's available there. All your service manuals are in there. So as I say, it is a place to sort of share ideas and share stuff that you've got as well. Databases, I wonder if they've managed to get a database. Yes, they have. It's a hacker serial number project full list. Okay, yeah, that's a full list. We want the digest, don't we, with so the number of sets in the database, so that's Dynatron. I clicked on Dynatron. So there's only 3 TP34 Atlantis in there. There's only 1 TRV15 in there, Paula, so you may need to add yours into there. 35T Atlantis. I can't remember which Atlantis we've got here. So again, the Atlantis are fairly rare, or just people haven't put them in the database, more likely. So we want the Hacker Radio serial number digest. Here we go. Oh, they've updated this. Nice. So this is sets in the database. I need to send in a big list to these guys of what I've got, really, because I've got loads and loads of these. So Golden Sovereign, there's only 8 of them in their database, look. So Brett, if you've got one, you need to join this and just give them your serial numbers. And this is the lowest and the highest serial numbers. RP721, 3 in the database, look. So the lowest serial number is 25798. And the highest one is 25989, and this one is 35123. So I'll have to put that in. I don't know what happens if you click on that. Just So yeah, shows it is quite rare. Cassette sovereigns. I mean, really need to send in my info to these people, because it's really good to keep a database of this sort of stuff. Super Sovereign, serial number 7900 onwards. Only one of those. Marine Herald, that's quite a rare radio. I've got one of those here as well. Black Knights, plenty of those about. Hunters. Standard Sovereign 3, yeah. Need to put in your serial numbers, people, to these. 7 Silver Knights. Again, I've not registered my Silver Knight. Wiki? I don't know what the wiki is. Does not contain anything. So yeah, any questions you've got on hackers? Some really knowledgeable people there. So anyway, that was just a quick look at the Hacker Radio group, just to see if we can find out more information. And there was quite a bit of information there, to be fair. You're in there, Andrew, are you? Brett has a nice one on the messenger group. Let's have a look then. Sean's got Zorba in there. Let me zoom in, Brett. You took it. No. Yeah, I can't really zoom on that, Brett, very well. There's Brett's Golden Sovereign. I think, Brett, didn't you get some new suede for the tops of the knobs? Unfortunately, I can't bring it up full screen. If it had gone the other way around, we could have seen it a bit more close up. But lovely radio. Very, very nice, Brett. Very nice. Yeah, you are, Paul. 76, 77. So yeah, if you're not joined, people, join up and pop your serial numbers to on an email to them. Sovereign 2 RP25X. Now I did see that somewhere. I can't remember who showed one of those. Hey Buzz, how you doing? Stuart? It's a good find. Not many golden sovereigns about. I contemplated spending a fortune on one not that long ago. well, I say not that long ago, when I first started collecting hackers, I was gonna spend, I think it was something like 300-400 quid. I thought I can't warrant the cost. I could buy an amateur radio for that. But yeah, there are some radios that have got quite high value, and I don't know what the value of this thing is. I mean, I don't know what the value of that would be, but hopefully that's going to come up like brand new. I'm going to need to do a few bits to it, probably. But it shows what a rare beast it is. I would assume they didn't, Doug, to be fair, because it was listed as a Sovereign 3, which it is. But I think he put it as an RP722. Well, it's obviously an RP721, so it's a rare radio. It's in pretty poor condition, but overall I think it's going to come up really nicely. It's not going to take a lot, really. I'm going to need to get the 3D printer fired up to get these bezels printed. Or if my 3D printer's packed up, I might have to just send the files over to our friend Chris, All the Gear No Idea. See if he can do a couple prints for me. But I must get that done, because I've got people asking me for all sorts of stuff that needs 3D printing, and it's not working. That's pretty much all I've got for today, people. As I say, that little RFM3 is nearly done. Just needs a little bit more Danish oil on the side. A touch up on the grill, and that one will be going off, hopefully. It does need the spa treatment. I've got the other RFM3 in grey to finish off. That was nearly done, to be fair. I'll get that one cleaned up and chucked on my website for sale. Yeah, bit different, Sean, yeah? That, I've not seen an RFM3 in that colour. It's certainly a later one. Aluminium pulleys, really, really nice radio, that. So Ian's got a good, he's got a good little radio there. And I don't charge a lot for them, to be fair. So it's currently showing as out of stock on my website. So if you're after one, I haven't got one at the moment. I've got one, but it's not ready. I mean, I did pay a fair price for that. Dom, I think if they'd known what it was, then they could have probably stuck a 1 in front of what I paid for it. But it is fairly tatty. It needs cleaning up. Needs cleaning up. So stream, I think we'll go for Tuesday again. It really depends on the numbers of viewing, really, and whether people are still interested. I think I will have a check at the numbers. I think the numbers are going down slightly. People viewing the Sunday live streams are always the most popular ones. I think I'm sort of the midweek ones are possibly too early for some. But then it was originally really there for people that are stuck at home, that can't get out and about and wanted something extra to watch. So that was why I was doing the midweek streams. But we'll see how it goes. I'll be back on Tuesday, I'm sure. And trying to think what I've got. I've got plenty of stuff in to repair that we can look at anyway. So, and we'll see about doing a series on this. I'll have to have a think about cameras and recording it, because if I record it with this software, it doesn't come out particularly well. If I get the raw footage off the cameras, then it comes out really well. But it's getting the raw footage and editing it all together could take some time, and I might need to get some more software to do it. So I don't know. Bet your goat pen is getting full. You spanked him. Spanked him. I can't remember. I don't know. Is 50 quid something like that? It's more than I would normally pay for a radio, but when I seen what it was, I thought I've got to have that, regardless. Yeah, that's what Paul's on about, Sean, doing a non-live stream one. So, anyway, I've got to go and sort the beer can chicken out, people. I've got to get the beer can up its back body and get it fired in on the barbecue. So, I'm going to call it a day there. Hope you've enjoyed that. So, and yet another RFM3, but hopefully that's the last one for a while, because I've only got one left now. Yeah, multicam edit it is, George, yeah. So cheers, people. Thanks for today. Thanks for all of you that have done super chats as well. Much appreciated. As always, it helps me buy bits and pieces like this. Because, you know, I'm not properly working at the moment still, so it all helps. Yeah, well, it was just something I stumbled on in a very late night session. You're furlonged until July, so you're back for the next few. Yeah, I think a lot of people are. I think Mrs. Cruncher could be going back. She could be going back mid-June, so I'm not sure. I need more RFM3s. They are a good seller, to be fair, Paul. George, he's coming with a poo at the end. Excellent stuff. This George. I love being dumped on. Yeah. So yeah, I will have a look out for some more RFM3s, because they are a really good seller. They're great little radios. I mean, anybody that wants a little radio to go in the kitchen, you know, they're not looking for a hi-fi. They want a nice sounding little FM radio. You cannot beat the RFM3. It's a cracking little bit of kit. Cheers, everybody. Catch you soon. And as I say, I should be back on Tuesday, all being good. So bye for now.